We're talking about veggies on the veranda. You can grow what you eat, even if you don't have space in your yard, you know, to plant like a proper vegetable patch.
That's right.
Calgary Horticultural Society's Kath Smyth here this morning showing us what we need to grow, things like herbs, veggies. But you're talking in containers because, and myself included, I don't have a big backyard.
No.
But I can still be successful.
That's right. And
with containers.
There's a lot of people that live in condos with not a lot of room.
Exactly, right?
So I'm always looking for ways to help them grow things on. And one of my favorite things, before Jill ever started eating it, I'm sure, is growing kale.
Kale. Now, is kale, like, is it an easy?
It's very easy. It doesn't want to be overwatered.
Not overwatered,
and it does really well. It produces loads and loads of delicious leaves.
Cool.
This one is Red Russian, which is one of the smaller ones.
Oh.
Gets really, really red.
Yeah.
And I thought because we were sort of making this for a balcony or for pretty.
Oh, so it looks nice,
yeah,
and then you can harvest it.
That's right. And another thing that I really enjoy growing, just for the greens, are beet greens.
And you eat the greens?
Yes, and you could do a little frill of that around the edges.
A frill?
A frill.
That's a technical term.
You want to see something cool, Tim?
Yeah, I don't know.
Look at
Scott's showing these off right now. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Those are the beet roots, and they actually are starting to turn red. Look at that.
Is that a good thing?
That's a really good thing.
That's a good thing, okay.
That means they're really viable.
Yeah.
So let's plant the kale. So you're going to put one there.
Yeah.
And you're going to put one there.
Okay, I can do that.
And when I take this out of the pot, I'm going to take, and I want to take it apart because I want to put 4 kale in here. 4 kale, okay. Yes. Oh, I see you broke it in half. Yes.
And now, do you have to spread them out like this to give them some room?
Well, yeah, because you want to give them room to grow.
Yeah.
One of my friends, I talked her into growing this, and she said that it took over her front yard.
Oh, wow, okay.
And every time I visited her, I ended up with a bag of kale on my wingman.
I bet you did.
I said, well, why am I getting all this? She says, you said this grew small. Well, instead it was the size of the table.
I'm hearing my mother's voice right now saying it's all about the light.
It is.
So when it comes to something like this, when you're growing kale and, you know, the beet greens, and so how, like, I mean, should this be in direct sunlight or shade?
Well, actually, it'll grow in part shade. Here's another advantage.
Part shade?
Yeah, here's another advantage of being able to grow things on your apartment balcony or something.
Yeah, no kidding.
And, you know,
where do you want this guy?
I'm going to put him right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to do...
So you're saying that part shade is perfect for balconies because nobody has a balcony. Well, maybe a few people do for full sun, right?
That's right. You want to get that one right there.
Over here. Okay, sure, I can do that.
And then just because I want to make sure that we get some pollinators and we want to draw some insects to the population. So I'm going to put a couple of marigolds in. And they come really neat. They come in what we call a 4-pack.
Yeah, the tiny little kind of bunches
and to get them out of there without hurting them too much, I'll put my fingers over the pots and pull them out. And see all that root?
Did you kind of squeeze the stem and gently do it?
I squeezed the stem and just gently pull them out.
And this is always important, right? You're scoring...
Tickle.
Okay.
Tickle the roots.
I was going to say scoring the roots, but tickle the roots.
So you put one on that corner.
Oh, sure, yeah, why not?
And I'm going to put one on this corner. And see, now we have a little vegetable container and a garden.
And it's a good
And if you're on a balcony, one of the things when you're watering, you don't want it to trickle everywhere and water everywhere.
True.
Plus, you don't want a buildup of soil. So one of the things I do with my pots is because they have holes in the bottom, I put landscape fabric over the holes.
The cloth. Now, is that to stop the dirt from going out?
That's stopping the dirt, and that slows the flow a bit of the water.
Oh, nice.
You're going to water this about once a week.
Only once a week? Even if it has, like you're saying, part sun, part shade, just once a week?
Part sun, part shade.
Okay, that's easy. That's easy.
Once a week.
Every Friday, say, or something, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And because the roots have to make contact with the soil, you just give it a good firm tap. And you don't need to fertilize them.
We've tapped, we've tickled.
Yes.
Okay.
And we've put them in the soil.
Yeah.
But if you use a good composted soil, then you don't have to fertilize them.
Really?
Yeah, the soil gives them lots of rich nutrients, and there's no reason why you need to fertilize. Besides, if you over-fertilize, you end up with a taste from the fertilizer.
Oh, we don't want that.
You don't want that.
I know you have a workshop coming up in a couple of weeks. Can you tell us about it?
It's at the Englewood Bird Sanctuary, and it's all about container gardening.
Excellent.
And it's everything from birds to hanging out with the plants that hang up, and a really easy way to grow a small container garden. We'll talk tomatoes, we're going to talk peppers, we're going to talk anything you can put in containers. And there's no reason why you can't start from seed as well.
Seed?
Well, lettuce is so good started from seed. Awesome. Chard, spinach, everything.
Full of ideas. There you go.
That's right.
Kath Smyth, thank you so much for the advice this morning.